Hello, everybody. This is Dawn Marie at Creative DME Designs, and I'm just getting to, if you see my head, I'm just getting down here so you can. I just turned my video on. I've got it hyperlinking to my TV so I can sort of see what's going on with my hands. It's a little slow, but I still make sure that everything's in frame. So, for this challenge, we had to finish a journal. And this challenge is with Dear Julie Julie. It was an ABC challenge. Oh gosh, I have my dogs wanting to be in my lap, and they're making noises. So I'm just gonna grab them and put them in my lap for a minute, and they'll enjoy looking at the book too with you guys. In fact, it's just looking at the books, so you never know, you may see a doggy paw in here. So we watch somebody's dogs. Their names are Lola and Lupe, and they're really nice people. They just moved here from Massachusetts, and the husband gets to travel, so the wife is traveling with them. So they are going to Alaska for 3 weeks. Their dogs will be here. But I wanted to make a special journal for her so she could record her time there, because she's a very introspective person and likes to have her time. And I have a feeling she probably journals already. So, because she's going to miss her dogs, I made sure I found pictures with doggies in it. And these are vintage pictures from Mrs. Cogs, the animals and the black and whites. So I did put those on. This is from one of the pictures from Mrs. Cogs. And these are also the main kit that I used on this was from, I just lost her name. I'll think of it while we're going through it. So what I did is I made it, because they're going to be there for 3 weeks, I made 3 journals and 3 pockets with some extra stuff in it so that she could take the week out and put these back. I can hear my husband. Today's his day off. I'm trying to get this done while he was doing something upstairs really quick. But obviously I didn't do it fast enough, or he did something faster than I expected. I made pockets on either side, and you can see this one, it says Our Darlings, and I have all kinds of dogs on it. This is just a pocket of the Alaskan flag. I don't have anything in it, but it has a postcard here. Hopefully that will remind, I should actually put my address on it so it'll remind her to send me a postcard from Alaska. So this is the first week. I'm not gonna take them out because that would be a pain in the ass. So they are just a basic journal. I put week 1 here, and actually I knotted week 1 up at the top, I knotted week 2 at the middle, and I knotted week 3 at the bottom, so I would know which one they were before putting on the actual things. So this is my invention. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it before, and please tell me if you have. This is a belly band pocket. The paper that I used actually had sides on it already, and I didn't cut those off. And I knew I wanted to put a belly band in the front, so it was just obvious to put it right across those. So it actually gives a little extra hold there on the sides. So I called it a belly band pocket. I don't know if anybody's done it before. I did put some sentiments scattered in and throughout the journal, you know, to make her laugh or anything like that. I had put a paper clip on the back part of the journal so that I was able to find the middle fast enough to get it in when I was putting it together. And this one has a little thing on it about a little brown bird. And then I put bird feet all over it. And that is a Dear Julie Julie digital in the background there. This is the back of the journal, and I do have a pocket in each one. This one does have doggies on it. This is where the this came through, so I did put something over it so it wouldn't catch on anything. I have the bald eagle, and the pocket behind it are pieces of ephemera that came from Mrs. Cogs that they're the Aurora Borealis. So I sort of flipped the bottom one so that it would come out at the bottom. And you can see the tree line on both are right here in the middle. So that was just artistic challenge or artistic choices. I still can't think of who did this one. And I promised I'd say that I was using her kit. Darn it. Actually, I can find it out pretty quickly. I'll show you what I did for all of my people I buy from. This is the week one that has all of the like pockets and little field notes and stuff. And I put all rams and mountain goats on this one. Pictures of the mountains. I used my pen to make it look like I stitched it in. And the background is actually paper that's all Aurora Borealis that I cut up into squares and made it like a patchwork quilt. And I used that for one of Julie's things from the A to Z. This is a little tiny flip out travel journal that flips like this. So if she just needed to leave a note, she could pull from out of there. This here is a time card, which I figured maybe, you know, it has Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. She might want to write just a little note of like where she went on each one. Keep these in her purse so she knows, and then can come back and write in them in her journal. This is a little field note that I made for her, and it's all torn pages. The thing with the torn pages is that I was able to add on to the torn pages. I don't know if you can see those little rivets right there, but that's one of those Japanese paper staples, or it does it for itself. So what I did is I put all the papers in here, and then as I found smaller pieces, I went in and added smaller pieces onto the ones that I had put in already in the waterfall. So there's a lot of extra little pieces added in here for her. And then I made a giant card with, there is a pocket back here, but this was like a Franken tag. I just like the name Franken because it makes it so cool. Okay, so this is the second week. I put the quiet hour here. I'm just going to show you the inside so you can see. I put the stag here. Just play, have fun, the tag. Now, putting the buttons on, I have figured out a method. I don't know if anybody's done it, and I believe I'm going to do a very short video on that coming up soon. I did hear somebody say that in a group that they hated putting buttons on because it always ripped off. And I believe I have a method that'll make them so they won't rip off, and that you could actually, you know, make the paper around it better. You can see there's actually a clear button back here, and then the black button on front. So I will make up a short one for that. This has is another hidden paper or just a paper clip. This one has a butterfly over a little butterfly earth thing, and some yarn here. I have yarn like this. It is about this round and that tall, and it's on a spool. So if anybody likes this, let me know. I will happily send you a spool, a little round spool. Okay, week 2 was bears, the bears, and then because bears like ice, I put that there, and this is the same thing. Another one of the thing, I put an Alaska card on the back. I really like this tag. And then this one has a little girl near her house in Alaska. And once again, this is the time card. I found a clipping that says wonder more about whales, so I put whales on this set of waterfall notes. This one does have a different pocket in it because of what was in the kit, and I really like that I could do that. That week 2 is sort of a little different in a couple ways than week 1 and week 3. So the bear's on the back, it's so cute. Week 3, this says notes and queries on it. Once again, I did the button and the closure the same way. This one has an eagle or a hawk, I'm not sure which way. And this one says take risks. Excuse me, my tongue is tied. How to amuse yourself and others. I thought that was cute, and I put a little bling bling there and just some random old antique what you would do to put upholstery thread. I did find one that said the end, because that will be the end of her journey. I put an extra one of these cards in here because I made 4 instead of 3. And I don't think I'll be able to give Alaska ones to anybody else. I also had used Tim Holtz, if you can see all the inside of here, Tim Holtz rust and I can't remember what the other colors were, to do the inside of these, to try to make it look like the Aurora Borealis, but I think it looks more like a rusty thing, which is fine. I love that rust color. One of my new favorites. And her week 3 has moose on it. Moosey, moosey, moosey. And this is an Alaskan Journeys, and welcome to Alaska. This is the time card. I had colored all of these. They were actually really bright colors. I had misprinted something. I had meant to color something else on the bright, and when it was going through the I put them at the back of the bunch of papers in there to remind me to actually print them what I needed, and it sucked these guys up. So that's why they all were different colors, but they, like, this one is the bright pink, and I muted it with ink so that you can see the bright pink, but it's really hidden by the other colors that I used of the Tim Holtz inks. I am more and more I use his inks. I'm loving them more and more. I really love them. I have inks, and I only have a couple of the oxides. I think that's something that I need to start getting, is the oxides, because I do realize that there is a big difference, and the oxides that I have are great colors, but I want to play more. And these are more of the leftovers that I had that were big enough to put in here. Like, this is from a Dear Julie kit. I used a couple things off of it for something else, and I thought it would look pretty in here. I had tried to find a kit of Alaska Floral, but I didn't. But they are mostly wildflowers, like sunflowers. Their state flower is a forget-me-not, which Julie has a kit of forget-me-nots, and I could have easily thrown those in, but I don't think I have them. And so that was their little snippet kit, and then this was their tag that I put in there. Okay, get in there. And the back with all the moose. This is the back pocket. I had originally put these buttons on as the buttons here, but they were too tall, and they made it like this. I could barely close it because it was putting, like, say, instead of an 1/8 of an inch height in there, it was putting like a 1/2 inch height, and we couldn't have that. So I had to switch out and put the boring ones here, but I did put them on the outside. Actually, the same method I did on the other pockets. And there's different ways you can close it using the 4 buttons. And I love these buttons. They were from my Mimi's, and I really am happy that I'm giving them to Marta, because she'll appreciate them. I like this little tag, beware of the dog. He's very sarcastic. So once again, I put the dogs on the covers because I know she's going to miss them. I added 3 extra tags in there. This one does have Alaskan stuff on it, and this one doesn't. So this one I may actually pull out and keep myself because I really like this one. It says really retro, and it has 2 little kids holding possums up or fish. I don't know if it's fish or a possum, holding them up by their tails. And then think over this. I really like that. And I used a DigiKit of vintage slides from the same person I got that from. This was one of the little things I had left over, and I made them look like it's a gallery because you have them hanging double, and I really just did the ink on the back. And I'm going to keep that one. I like that one. This is the other one. It says 1903 Flora, and these are actually the flowers, some of the flowers that they do have in Alaska. And so I sort of cut and pasted, and I cut around here to get the circle of the sunflower that I had cut out earlier, tucked into the flowers that are from there. And this is a weighing service tag from Fairbanks, Alaska. So I thought that, that would be fun to put in there. And then the back has, I've seen pictures like this from up in Maine where it snowed so much that you had to come out the second story and you could easily get up onto the roofs, but I'm sure it happens more in Alaska than it did in Maine. Another puppy. This is more from this picture, but I cut it up. It was almost like they had cut out little holes for everybody to stand in. I thought that was sort of cool. I did go over the O, but it does say wow there. And hold on one second, I'll be able to tell you who's this kit's from, because I have new kit cards made up from people I get from, oh, I know. It's Junk with Steph. And I have gotten quite a bit from her. I got some lace samplers. I got these really cool vintage cards. And I did get a couple other kits from her. So I'm going to be doing a thing on those probably next after this. But so this is going to go to my friend, and this is for the one journal that I completed for the Dear Julie month tag A to Z ephemera. So once again, this is Dawn Marie. Thanks for taking your time and watching this video. I hope you enjoy your day. And I am from Creative DME Designs, and I just want to make sure everybody has a creative, fun, exciting day.